What's going on, everybody? Today I will be reviewing the movie Evil Dead Burn. Yes, Evil Dead Burn. Now, Evil Dead, the franchise has been going strong for a long time. The first Evil Dead movie came out in 1981, and that was a classic film. And let's see if this Evil Dead Burn lives up to my expectations. Now, this is a horror film and it's an hour and 50 minutes long. This focuses on the grieving widow who retreats to her late husband's isolated family home. Once there, she must fight for her life as her in laws are possessed by the evil of the Deadites. And the main character is Suwali Yaku. And she played the widow in this film. And she carried this movie from start to finish. She did a great job, offering raw and realistic emotions. I like that about her. And her performance was very commanding and mesmerizing. She brought the energy to the screen. Now, don't let me forget the other actors and actress. They did a great job in this film. They did an amazing job with their acting. Now, let me go over my likes real quick. This is a very dark film, but the cinematography was great. Very great. And I gotta take my hat off to the makeup artists. They did a great job by making these characters look scary in this film. Great job to them. I love the creepy visuals. That was excellent. Now, the camera work was excellent. Great job to that. Because they had great shots and camera angles. And it makes the scenes more intense when you do that. I like that, how they made the scenes more intense by the camera angles. And it makes you feel like you're in the movie with them. Now, this is a brutal and gruesome film. Yes, a brutal and gruesome film. Lots of blood and gore throughout the whole movie, and a lot of creative, brutal kills in here too. I like the kills in this film. Now, let me go over my dislikes in this film. This movie had its moments in here. It really did have its moments, but I wasn't blown away by this movie at all. I think it was missing its originality. Yes, it was. It did go outside the box too much instead of staying to the elements of what Evil Dead is really about. Yes. This movie was going good, but it felt stale watching this. It felt stale and the movie felt flat to me. Now the scenes in the movie became so redundant and repetitive. It's like watching the same shit go on throughout the whole movie. I'm like, can we get something else? You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna say none of these characters were likable at all. None of them. Now, out of the Evil Dead franchise, I like Evil Dead Rise with Lily Sullivan. Evil Dead Rise was one of my favorites out the whole franchise. I love that movie. That came out 2023. I like that movie because it flowed very well, and you respect the characters a lot more in Evil Dead Rise. Now, I would say it was more character development in Evil Dead Rise than Evil Dead Burn to me. That's just my opinion. Now, the pacing was decent in the film. It's not a slow burn at all. And the horror kicks off right away from start to finish. And I gotta say, the movie was an hour and 50 minutes long, but I wish they would have cut off at least 20 minutes of it. And the movie should have been an hour and a half. Because the last 20 minutes of the movie, that fighting scene went on too long. With the widow and her possessed family member was fighting and fighting. I'm like, okay, we get the point. All right, who gonna win? So yeah, I think they should have cut off 20 minutes of the film. Now, this movie, Evil Dead Burn, I think this is the most brutal movie out of the franchise. But I think it's the worst movie out of the franchise. Yes, I do. I was expecting this movie to be better than what it was. Like I said, it's not a bad movie at all, but it's not good. And I'm gonna give this movie a 6 out of 10. Yes, a 6 out of 10 for this movie. And I'm gonna hit y'all with more movie reviews soon. Subscribe to the channel, leave some comments in the section, and I'm gonna see y'all later. All right, I'm out.